Hello, I'm honored to join you virtually to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, the IDEA. Thank you to the Massachusetts Association of Approved Special Education Schools for hosting this celebration and for your work every single day of the year to ensure that the promise of education becomes a reality for every student in our Commonwealth. As you all well know, Massachusetts paved the way for the IDEA. Our educators, school leaders, families, students, advocates, and elected officials came together to forge a new vision for education, one where students with disabilities were not a side note, but a centerpiece of our schools where students were empowered to achieve their dreams. Because the education system was required to meaningfully support them. Over decades of work, including the passage of the IDEA in 1975, our education system has made leaps and bounds. Educators and school leaders in Massachusetts run world-class programs, complete groundbreaking education research, and fight to ensure every student and family in the Commonwealth is reached. But we know there is more work to be done. For starters, the federal government must finally make good on its promise to fully fund the IDEA. Today, the federal government kicks in only about, this is unbelievable, 12% of the total cost of implementing the IDEA, even though by law, Congress is required to fund 40%. That is why I am proud to co-sponsor the IDEA Full Funding Act. And I'm also leading efforts in the Senate to recruit, train, and pay paraprofessionals and all educators what they deserve. Far too many educators devote their time and talents to their students only to have to struggle to make their own ends meet. Congress must support our educators the way our educators support their students. But instead of talking about how to improve the IDEA on its 50th anniversary, we are talking about how to defend it. That is because Donald Trump and Education Secretary Linda McMahon are attempting to gut the public education system. They slash funding for so-called DEI, including funds in Massachusetts to support education research programming for first-generation college students, and even grants for deaf-blind education. They fired thousands of public servants at the Department of Education. Right now, they are attempting to fire everyone in the Office of Special Education and Rehabilitation Services. Disgraceful. They threaten to hand over implementation of the IDEA to the Department of Health and Human Services under Secretary RFK Jr., who is peddling harmful falsehoods about autism. And they are attempting to voucherize the public school system, sending public dollars to schools that refuse to comply with the IDEA or civil rights laws. Their policies are harmful. Those policies are dangerous, and ultimately, it will take all of us standing up together, raising our voices, and organizing to defend that same vision that Massachusetts helped forge, an education system built and restored to support every single student in our Commonwealth and in our country, and to give them the opportunity to succeed. So thank you for your work every single day, for your support in the fight ahead. You are truly doing God's work here on earth.